Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. This package was sent to me by LTK, or Love Them Knives, who is somebody I'm sure that you are all familiar with. If you are not familiar with Love Them Knives, go check out his channel. He's been around for a bit. He makes some awesome content. He also designs knives. One of them is in this very box, and I'm about to share it with you. I will link his channel right down below, and if I can, I will link where either this is available or there is information on it when it will be available. I don't know, right? But I'll make sure that there's info linked. Thanks so much to my patrons who are supporting me, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. Okay. Let's take a look. He messaged me and said, do you want to take a look at this? And I remember looking at it at the time and thinking, yes, absolutely. But I don't remember what it looks like, which will work out because it kind of, I like to be surprised or re-surprised. That's not a word. Okay, what do we got here? We got a lot of peanuts. And we got an LTK specific box. That's cool. I know I shouldn't be taking time out of the video to put these peanuts back in here, but I think, listen, knife people, you can you can understand, right? Putting the peanuts away like that. If you don't put them away right away, they go everywhere. All right. What do we got here? Okay, it's all packed. Another pouch here. And finally, oh, we got some extra screws. Oh, yes. Yeah, I do remember. Now I remember exactly why I said yes. Now, the name of this, I'll make sure that it's in the description. Yeah, all right. All right. Hey, that's nice. That's very nice. Can we get at the little? Yeah, you can. Just barely. But you can get at it. Sometimes, got just a little bit of a choke-up spot there. You do. You just created just a little bit of room. Sometimes these style knives where we have this heavy curvature, look at that texturing too. Nice touch there. I've noticed that just between this and the other LTK design knife that I handled, he likes the diagonal texturing, and I do too. So I'm really glad that he requested this from whoever OEM'd this knife. I also like the multiple inlays of Peel Ply Texture G10. I will assume that we'll have options for various colors. I do not know what the blade steel is. My guess would be M390. That would be just deductive reasoning, right? The button lock and the tuning for the flipping action is very good. Very crisp, exactly what you'd expect, exactly what you'd want from a button lock. I appreciate the low amount of travel. I don't like a crunchy button, right? I've had some people try to defend that with past designs. That's fine. You like what you like. I don't like a button that you have to push a long ways in. Clank. I don't. Why? Just, I want it to disengage when I push the button, right? So this has a very minimal amount of travel, but enough to where that plunge lock is actually engaging right there. That's where it's going in, right? That's how I would do this. Little bit above the frame in the open position, and almost perfectly flush in the closed position, which is very nice. Either way, lefty or righty, that button is out of the way. You are not going to disengage this thing. See, even choked up, that would be really hard because of how far back it is. How about here? Can we squeeze it? Can I squeeze it open? No, it doesn't feel like it, right? Unless I'm going at it intentionally. A lot of times designs with this curve, this heavy curvature here in this guard, this is nice because it's, you're way away from the blade, even in gloves, right? Even if you're not paying attention, there's no way you're actually going to slide up here, right? You're going to know where you're at. It's not usually that I like these types of designs because of the distance between the index finger position and the initial part of the cutting edge. But I gotta admit, it looks good, and there's enough room here to where you can choke up with at least one knuckle. You're pretty close, right? I've got some silly standards, I know that, right? Don't we all? We all have our own weird quirks. The nice thing is that this is a good-looking knife. It's a really good-looking knife. Nice long, I'm gonna call it an elongated clip point. You can call it whatever you want, right? Or you can call me a crappy reviewer for not calling it the right thing. I really don't care. The fuller looks nice, or the little slot in the blade, right? I like that he actually extended the jimping. I don't know why so many companies are like, you know what? Let's just cut it off right here at the frame. Nobody ever puts their thumb any further out on the blade than the frame, so just put it on the frame. No, most of the time, if we're doing cuts like this, if we're doing the detailed cuts, right? We're trying to pry something, like, not pry something, right? You're trying to lift up light material or adhesive, or, right? You're trying to cut little chunks out of wood or make little feather sticks or whatever. Yeah, having your thumb way out here is nice, right? Not that every knife is designed to do that, but it's nice. No blade play, up, down, left, or right. No lock stick. Dual mount position. LTK cares about lefties, right? So that's something to point out here. This is also, right, for people. Let's take an opportunity to talk about this. The way that he did this is really, really good, right? Unless you just absolutely hate deep carry clips, then okay, then we'll put a hula hoop in the corner of the room and you can go stand in it, right? You can be the I hate freaking deep carry clips, and that we'll put just enough amount of room there for the total amount of people to fit in that spot, and you can all go feel special over there. For the vast majority of everybody else who just doesn't freaking care, a lot of the argument that I get when people are like, I'm glad they didn't make a mounting position on the left side, because then I have to look at a slot cutout. This right here, this is the answer to that. The slot is back here, right? In the back of it. Now, if you're going to complain about these slots and having to look at this, I don't know what to do for you, right? Life's going to get a lot harder for you. There's a lot worse stuff in the world than this, right? So don't go outside. That's my best advice to you. Just stay inside and just make a pillow fort, because the rest of the world's going to be real scary and irritating. But yeah, this is the way to do this. It's accommodating for left and right-handed people, and as long as the button is in the right place, I think button locks are a prime example of knives that, even though with the button being on one side of the knife, it's kind of an indicator that it's made for a specific handed person, right? I would say that it works perfectly. It works just fine for right-handed people, but I think it works actually a little bit better for left-handed people. I find that disengaging a button lock with my index finger versus my thumb feels a bit more natural, but it's great either way. So it's nice that we have the clip position on either side. Little backspacer, and look, he even put a lanyard bar in there for lanyard people. I'm gonna guess that's a tie clip. Where the heck is my magnet? Why is the magnet always, it was literally just here. How? What? There it is. Okay. Yeah. I know. Just because it's not magnetic, right? So there's other, there's other metallic things that aren't, metallic materials that are non-magnetic, that are not titanium. I know. But in the case of knives, 99.999% of the time, as somebody who's uploaded over 3,000 videos, I can tell you that every single time a pocket clip was not magnetic, it was titanium, right? Unless it was carbon fiber, which there are visual indicators, right? I won't need the magnet for that. But this is a tie clip, titanium frame, mystery steel, but I'm going to guess it's M390, and if not, I'm going to guess it's premium. S35EN, perhaps even S90V, I don't know. I'll link information down below so you guys can check it out. Perfectly centered, no detent lash, anything like that. This is nice. This is a very, well, based on the one other knife that I've handled that was designed by LTK, it's a very LTK knife. But it's a good, I like the design a lot. There's a lot of things that work here, right? I also like that he kept all the billboarding off of everywhere except for the pivot. It just says LTK on the pivot. We got 4.52 ounces of weight, which is not bad at all, considering my best guess here is that this is an 8 1/4 inch knife. Perhaps even 8.5. Let's give it a measure. Hey, it's even smaller. It's not even, it's 8 1/8. Okay. 3.5 inch blade. 3 1/4 inches of cutting edge. Nice. Good size. Not perfect ratios, but I don't, I really do that just for people who care about it. The truth is I don't need perfect ratios, right? I do that just for people who care. Little balance is about right here, so fairway is behind the pivot, but it still feels really nice. And do we have any milling on the inside? Probably not, because of the pockets that are milled for the G10. Yeah, okay. Which does add a fair bit of weight reduction. Very nice. This is not a review. This is just an unboxing and first impressions, but my first impressions are good. This is good. I like this. I think this is nice. So check out Love Them Knives. I will link any and all information about this knife down in the description. And if you want to wait and hear my final thoughts after I've carried it for a bit, then give me a couple of weeks and I'll upload a full comprehensive review. Thanks again to Love Them Knives for sending this in to me. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do of course have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like. So check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.